Good morning and happy Tuesday. I had no school yesterday. Yesterday was Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a special day when we think about the soldiers. My father was a soldier, and I always, think about the people, the soldiers that have fought very hard to keep us safe, and may have had to fight in a war. And we always remember them, even though they may have passed on and been gone for some time now. There's soldiers that fought for our country in World War I, World War II, and many other wars that they're just fighting to keep us safe. And it's kind of a really important idea that we think of them and we think of how special they feel about this country. And usually there's lots of parades on Memorial Day, and there's a couple of symbols that are really important. I'm going to talk about just one of them today, which is the American flag. Okay? We love America, and it's a great country to live in. It's pretty wonderful. You can do lots of things that maybe some other countries cannot do, and you gotta love it. So anyhow, that's called patriotism. Loving your country means you're being patriotic. But I'd love to talk to you about being patriotic and about how wonderful our country is the whole time. But we're going to be moving on to and saying goodbye to magnets and to some other things we were talking about in science: astronauts, space exploration, planets. Adios. And let's say hello to the human body. Yes, the human body is amazing, it's interesting, and it helps you in so many different ways. But let's talk about how your body works, okay? And this is the chapter 1 story. It's kind of a sing-along, so I'm gonna read it to you. Oh, your brain and nerves work together so hard. They never stop, they're working all day. Your nerves tell your brain what's going on, and it makes decisions right away. Yeah, your brain does lots of thinking for you. It makes choices. Sometimes your brain automatically knows what to do. I don't tell myself, okay, I need my heart to beat now. Beat again, beat again, beat again. I don't have to, because my brain is already telling the heart needs to pump blood through your body. So, yeah, it's really important. And the brain is able to do some things without even... Oh my goodness, there's a big dog running right after me. I better run. Guess who's telling you to run? Your big brother? Mom? Your brain. Your brain is saying, I could be in danger. I need to move away. All right? So that's what happens. And your brain is a really great thing for helping you out, so you don't get bit by a dog. When you breathe, your lungs go right to work. Air comes in, then out it goes, while your heart keeps working by pumping the blood from your head down to your toes. Wait a minute. Blood is in my body. I know that. When I fall and I scrape my knee on my bicycle and I fall off, I see red blood. But the blood on the inside, it helps you, and it's very important. It circulates, or it moves all around your body, like the song said, from your head all the way to the tips of your toes. And this blood is really important for you to live, and it helps you with your breathing. You wouldn't even think it helps you with things like that, but yes, when you breathe, your lungs go to work, and then the air comes out, and then it comes in, while your heart keeps working by pumping your blood from your head down to your toes. Never stops, always works. It's amazing what your body can do. Always working, always thinking, always breathing, always pumping. Pumping? Oh, pumping the blood throughout your whole body and moving it all around to help you. All together, working hard for you. So this story is, where the song is called How the Body Works. It's a beginning slide. Now, if you take a close look, this girl's playing a game called hopscotch. Hopscotch, you have to look with your eyes at the numbers and see where your feet should land. And this girl must have drew some nice illustrations on the sidewalk. Well, she also drew, well, maybe her friend borrowed the chalk. She could have been a good borrower. And borrow is one of our ELA words for the week. We talked about it yesterday. But yes, borrow. There you go. Well, what does your brain do? Well, if someone threw a Frisbee at you and you kind of saw it a little bit, what would you do? Would you look away? No! You might get bopped in the head. You have to look at the Frisbee and then, oh man, the Frisbee come right at me. And you put your hand up and then you try to catch. You could be protecting yourself, all right? Your body is aware of things on the outside. Your brain controls what your body does, and that's the main idea of this day's objective. What does the brain do? How does the brain help us? Well, the brain controls what your body does. You use your brain to move, to think, to feel, to remember, all of these things. Your brain helps you breathe. And let's talk about moving. All right, we talked about the dog running at us, and we move. Get out of the way. We see that dog coming. We gotta run. Our brain tells us to run. Think. Well, let's see. I know when Mei Ling's in the back of the class, and she's thinking, let's see, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, well, your brain helped you come up with that answer. And I'm not just talking about Mei Ling. I'm talking about everyone in the class. Your brain helps you think. It helps you become a good learner. And you have to figure out how to use that brain to stack on more information. Keep learning new stuff. Your brain sends messages all throughout your body. And I remember when I was little, I had saw something that was metal, and I had touched it. It was a barbecue. Now, barbecue with the top closed. Come on, let me show you what I mean. So the barbecue with the top closed is sometimes there's smoke coming from it. So people see smoke and go, oh man, it must be a hot, hot fire. My barbecue right here, my handy dandy barbecue, got some pollen on it. Now, I don't know if that's hot. This is a thermometer measuring the temperature, but let's assume we don't know what a thermometer is. I know all you guys know that. But this is a plastic handle. Now, heat does not travel through this, but it goes through metal. So anybody putting their hand near here could get burned, okay? Now, let's say I go to open it and I accidentally, instead of touching the handle, I accidentally touch this. Right now, this is off, that's why I'm showing you. But if I accidentally touch this, my brain is gonna go all the way through my body, all the way to the tips of my fingers, and the tips of my fingers are gonna send a message all the way back to my brain. And my brain's gonna say, that's very hot, get your hand away from there. What are you doing? And I will go, ah! And that's what happens. It happens so quickly you don't think of it. But the brain gives these important messages to you so you can keep yourself safe. And you know, that whole like, watch out. You know, your brain will tell you, hey, you're in danger, leave. Okay, and it helps you feel. Okay, yesterday I tried to create this great birthday for Mrs. Ehrlinger, and somebody started crying during the middle of it, and it was really a mess, and we had to redo the birthday today. So we're gonna do that after these lessons. But Mrs. Ehrlinger was a little bit sad, and that made me a little bit sad, because I wanted to have a really super birthday. Well, my brain is telling me, you got somebody crying. It might not work out. So it makes me feel a little sad, all right? Everybody feels sad sometimes, right? It's okay to feel sad. People feel all different things all the times. And let's go back to all of our emotion stuff we talked about. But yeah, today we're talking all about the brain inside your head. And use that brain. It's like a sponge for information. It just absorbs really important stuff. All right, guys, adios. Nice day out here today. And maybe I carried on a little bit too much. I'm going towards 10 minutes. But hey, everybody have a super, super Tuesday. Adios.